And that's my audience. Okay. Hi, my name is Angelica Marchewska, and today I will be presenting to you my persuasive speech about why volunteering at animal shelters would be a great idea. So just to start off with some statistics, actually approximately 6.5 million animals enter a shelter every year, which 3.3 million of them are dogs and 3.2 million of them are cats. 1.5 million animals are euthanized each year in the US. As a volunteer at an animal shelter, I volunteer at Mostly Mutts. And that's actually where I got this little guy. I know that if we don't have enough volunteers one day, or we get a new, I guess you could say, a new truck of cats or dogs, and there just aren't that many people there, we can't take care of them all at once, and we can't do it very efficiently as a group, because sometimes there will be 15 or 20 dogs and cats and only 10 volunteers. It's really hard because we have certain time slots that we have to be there. So it's really, really difficult that when we don't have enough volunteers, or some people don't show up for their shifts, it's really hard to get these animals taken care of and into their crates and making sure they're okay and healthy enough. So I believe that the more you volunteer, the more you understand how important you are to the operation itself. When I first started volunteering, I really didn't think it was that big of a deal, or I would make that big of an impact on somebody or on a little kitten or dog's life. But now I understand that it is a huge, huge process of it. Without volunteers, shelters would not be able to save half the animals they do now, especially because a lot of them are non-profit, like Mostly Mutts. If we didn't have volunteers, there would be absolutely nobody to help them with these animals. We don't realize how much work animals are and how many of them are in danger and in need of finding good homes. In the US, a lot of animals get abandoned, or they get thrown out, or they're malnourished on the streets, and without shelters and without us, they would 100% die, but we are giving them another chance and another happier life. Another great benefit for volunteering is you feel absolutely great about it. It is one of the most heartwarming experiences ever. Knowing that you were so essential to finding that kitten a home, and plus an awesome benefit is that you get community service hours, which look awesome on transcripts or resumes when looking for jobs. And in lots of volunteering positions, you don't get to see the outcome or benefit of all your hard work, but where I volunteer and at most animal shelters, you actually do get to see the whole entire process. You get to see them taken off of the truck, you get to bathe them and clean them up and feed them and restore them to great health, and then you actually get to see them get adopted or get fostered by a great and loving family. And you know that you helped them get that loving family. Since becoming a volunteer at Mostly Mutts, I have adopted a kitty, which is crawling around my screen right now. There he is again. As a volunteer, you see these animals when they first come in, just like my cat, and it's amazing with how many people care and how many people volunteer, with how much you can do. And knowing you are a part of the process, once again, is the best feeling ever. Knowing that you did something right, and it doesn't take much time at all. A lot of people are really worried about volunteering because of all the time that they don't have. I volunteer as a full-time student, and I have a full-time job with only 4 hours a week, and I get plenty done. I never feel like I'm not doing enough. And that's only 4 hours a week, and I know everybody has at least 4 hours a week to spare in their time. A little bit of help in this condition goes a very, very long way. And I think that is one of all the biggest benefits of volunteering, especially at an animal shelter. So now the last question I have to ask you is, have I persuaded you, or have I changed your mind about maybe volunteering at an animal shelter or helping out in another way by fostering an animal? Thank you.